you box good, you can do this, you got this over him, you're gonna have to tighten up this, you're gonna have to do this. You know, it's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass, you will do this to him. It's never like
yes man type stuff.
When he has, with the person that has a big IQ like that, if you do enough weights, you know, and you stay working for a long time.
Terence Crawford told everyone about the first time he talked to Floyd Mayweather after getting ready for the Canelo fight. His statement was that Floyd did more than just praise. He also gave clear instructions. Mayweather praised Crawford's skill, but told him not to forget about Canelo's experience. The conversation was serious, polite, and all about strategy.
That's a big boy. He's strong. You know, you box good. You can do this. You got this over him. You're gonna have to tighten up this. You're gonna have to do this. You know, it's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass. You will do this to him. It's never like
yes
that.
Man type
You know
stuff.
what I mean? It's like, hey, listen. You know, that's a dangerous fight. You know, but
that's the fight.
If it happened, you know, you can win, but you're gonna have to be on your A game.
Floyd Mayweather recently joined Terence Crawford's training camp and took part in sessions to help him improve his skills. Mayweather seemed truly pleased by Crawford's work ethic and technical abilities. He even went so far as to call Crawford the finest boxer in the world right now, praising his discipline and sharpness. It wasn't just a show that they trained together. It showed that Mayweather really thinks Crawford has what it takes to beat someone as dangerous as Canelo Alvarez. It was clear that they respected each other, and the intensity of their meetings showed how serious both guys are about this fight.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion. Something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as #1.
Crawford has always admired Mayweather's approach to boxing, not just his skills in the ring, but also how he managed his career and legacy throughout time. They became real friends because of their respect for each other. Crawford regularly gets tiny hints and counsel from Mayweather, which he takes seriously. He does more than just listen to the suggestions. Their friendship is a sign of a stronger bond made by shared goals, family ties, and an understanding of what it takes to be truly great in sports.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever... Keep it real, boss. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah?
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this, that. Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
Yeah, like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Crawford appears to be fully engaged and focused on every recent training film. He isn't taking this fight lightly. His conditioning and footwork are being taken to the next level. Everything he does in camp is meant to prepare him for the task of fighting a larger, stronger opponent. The way he spars, drills, and prepares reveals a warrior who knows what is at stake. He's perfecting every part to ensure that he enters the ring prepared for whatever Canelo throws at him. Mayweather sparked outrage when he cited Canelo's history with performance-enhancing drugs. He questioned why the media hasn't been more critical, saying that some boxers are treated more leniently than others. This elicited varied comments from the boxing community. Some fans felt that there is a double standard, while others saw it as pointless drama. In any case, Floyd's comments rekindled old concerns about accountability and fairness in professional boxing.
But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. They don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat. He could have been not clean in a lot of fights.
Mayweather did more than simply hype Crawford. He gave a detailed breakdown of what it takes to beat someone like Canelo. He focused on his own fight against Canelo and underlined the significance of strategy over attack. He pushed Crawford to stay focused and approach the battle with wisdom and timing. Floyd stated that this is a difficult undertaking, but he thinks Crawford is the best person for the job.
Terence Crawford jumping up from 154 to 168 and beating this quote-unquote version of Canelo Alvarez would diminish the accomplishment that Floyd Mayweather accomplished beating his version of Canelo Alvarez. Is it two different versions of Canelo Alvarez? And obviously, Canelo Alvarez is 62 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is obviously bigger. When Floyd fought him, it was at 152 catch weight, but it had no rehydration clause. So you might as well just say it was at 154. Now, two things they have in common is that Floyd Mayweather was 36, 37 years of age. Terence Crawford is 37 years of age, going on 38. So he'll be 38 when he fights Canelo Alvarez. Floyd had already had 2 fights at 154. He had the fight with Miguel Cotto and he had the fight with Oscar De La Hoya.
Instead of avoiding criticism, Crawford addresses it. He gets the concerns about increasing weight and coping with someone as physically strong as Canelo, but he sees them as part of the challenge, not obstacles to be avoided. His confidence is not based on arrogance, but on planning. He's joining this battle to make a point, not simply to compete, but to dominate and silence the doubters once and for all.
That's a fight because of the challenge. Yeah. I love the challenges, and I love the people that I hear them now. You too little. Canelo gonna break you. He's gonna stop you. You come from 147, that weight too big, this and that. I can hear it now. And that just excites me to go in there and just be like, okay, let me prove him wrong once again.
That fight would be gigantic. If Canelo gets through Jermell and then you guys fight, that fight would be gigantic.
And it's crazy because, in the past interviews, I was like, man, Canelo too big, man. It's weight classes for a reason. I was like, nah.
David Benavidez has voiced his great support for Crawford's chances. He thinks that most people underestimate what Crawford brings to the table. Crawford's skill set, acute focus, and mental tenacity, according to Benavidez, give him a real chance to pull off an upset.
The Ring magazine, which is owned by Turkey, reported that Canelo and Crawford have agreed to the September date and that it's essentially on. What is your I know this has been rumored and talked about, but now it seems like a done deal. What's your reaction to this?
It's a good fight. It's a good fight for both of them. Good fight for I think it's more important for Crawford than anybody, but I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Crawford could.
I know you said he could be the guy. What kind of a chance do you ultimately give him?
I think you give him a 7 out of a 10.
Oh wow, that high. I thought you were going to say 25.
Crawford is good. Crawford is good, and I think he's been known that he's going to fight Canelo for a long time. And Crawford, he likes to pick up the weight, so I'm sure he's been working on the weights for a long time. So Crawford, when he has with a person that has a big IQ like that, if you do enough weights, and you stay working for a long time, you have a puncher's chance.
Shocker Stevenson also thinks Crawford is the greater fighter, and he has expressed his admiration for Crawford's abilities. Stevenson downplayed the notion that Crawford is too little for this battle, saying that people underestimate Crawford's strength and physical ability. Jeff Mayweather appreciates Crawford's talent and thinks he is a more complete boxer. Still, he warns against taking Canelo easily.
Yeah,
what do you say about that?
I think skills pay the bills.
Yeah.
And I feel like, truthfully, he's not as little as people think. Like, people think he's like very small.
He cut weight to get to 147.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not as small as like people think. It's just he look like it.
Yeah.
So like if you see him in
person
and he get on a scale or something, you wouldn't believe that's his weight.
I told somebody the other day, he might get on the scale weighing like 166, 167 fighting Canelo. And people wouldn't believe how ripped up and cut up he'll still look. He won't look like he's overweight Terence Crawford. He gonna look like a solid Terence Crawford.
I think he beat Canelo though. I've been saying, I remember when he fought when they fought. Go watch an interview after the fight. I literally said I think Terence Crawford would beat Canelo.
Okay, I wasn't saying
that. A long time ago. Yeah. No cap.
I did tell him after the Smith fight, I said, man, go get Canelo. You the greatest. Yeah, that's error.
For sure.
Yeah, it's no question.
No question, yes.
Actually, back to the you and Terence working together, because you've shared everything you've learned from him. There was fans doing their homework in the Avanesian fight and in the Spence fight saying, actually, it looks like Terence may have taken a couple things from Shakur as well, not just Shakur taking things from Terence.
No, that's for sure.
Teddy Atlas has made it obvious that he thinks Crawford is too clever and skilled for Canelo. According to Atlas, Crawford's ability to adjust in the middle of a fight and read opponents distinguishes him.
Come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter, then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Guys are tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able, sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Ariel Helwani brought up an important point. Canelo's performance has dropped. He stressed Canelo's age and the questions about his movement. Crawford, on the other hand, appears to be at ease with his bigger weight and is settling in.
Crawford, switch hitter. He did all right in his first fight at 54, but now he'll get more comfortable as a bigger guy. You know, he's actually not that small, this, that, and the other. Yesterday on my program, Ade, I spoke to David Benavidez, and I asked him about this fight, and his response surprised me. I want to play this clip for you and get your response to David's answer. Here it is.
It's a good fight for both of them. Good fight for, I think it's more important for Crawford than anybody, you know, but I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Crawford could.
Yeah, I know you said, like, he could be the guy. What kind of a chance do you ultimately give him?
I think you give him like a 7 out of a 10.
Oh, wow, that high. I thought you were going to say like 25.
I mean, no, Crawford is good. Crawford is good, and I think he's been known that he's going to fight Canelo for a long time. And you know, Crawford he likes to pick up the weight, so I'm sure he's been working on the weights for a long time. So, you know, Crawford, when he has with a person that has a big IQ like that, if you do enough weights, you know, and you stay working for a long time, you know, you have a puncher's chance.
Okay, so what do you make of that? What do you make of that response? I was a little surprised.
I need to clear up what he meant by 7 out of 10. Does he mean he's giving him a 70% chance to beat Canelo?
Yes.
Is that what it? Wow.
Yes.
I mean, who am I to disagree with Benavidez? Benavidez knows he's boxing, right? I mean, he might have shared the ring with Terence Crawford. I mean, if anyone else was jumping up from 154 pounds to 168, not named Terence Crawford, I'd say this is crazy and they don't have a chance because they're fighting a guy that I still think is very, very good in Canelo. The reason I give Crawford a chance is because A, it's Terence Crawford and he's unbeaten, but B, I think Canelo's slipped just enough for me to think this is a real fight. This isn't Canelo that fought Golovkin the second time round. I thought that was almost the best Canelo I've ever seen. It isn't that anymore. I've watched his last couple of fights. I've been lucky enough to have been at a few recent fights. The Bivol fight's taken something out of him. He doesn't throw punches and combinations. His feet have slowed just a little bit. And Crawford does throw combinations, and Crawford has really good feet.
Mayweather and Canelo's past adds weight to their upcoming fight. Their 2013 fight is still viewed as one of the most significant in boxing history. Floyd controlled the fight, handing Canelo his lone official loss. When Mayweather faced Canelo, he was already an icon, having won several championships and staying undefeated. Canelo was a young and eager boxer who was generally regarded as the sport's next major star. The bout was viewed as a passing of the torch moment, but Floyd was not prepared to give anything.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what, 23?
23.
That's so young. Yeah. And he was like, that was when he was
he was
prime,
in his
right?
prime. Yeah.
Prime, and you were only 23.
20.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because if you beat him, you wanna be the best in the world at 23. So imagine that. But he was the better man that night. A lot of experience. He's a great fighter. So, but I learned a lot. Definitely, it's gonna be different. No, because I'm more mature, more strong, with more experience. Definitely gonna be different.
Crawford's training has mainly concentrated on his jab. His sparring shows how he uses it to manage distance, disrupt timing, and create opportunities. Crawford has worked with partners that emulate Canelo's method, and he seamlessly transitions between positions to keep them guessing.
Watch the right hand for the decoy.
Y'all know chess? Fisher versus Spassky? Two of the best, you understand? That's what you watch. Two of the best. Nice. That's how Star work. You know how to work. You know how to get the most out of everything. Good job, Trey.
Amir Khan's opinion is credible because he has fought both men. He sees Canelo's strength while also pointing out his defensive shortcomings. According to Khan, Crawford's quickness and defense make him a far more tough target. Khan feels Crawford's movement and precise counters will frustrate Canelo, making him a tough opponent even for a strong hitter.
Canelo's a beast, man. Canelo's a beast, and you know when it was offered to me, I tried to chase the Mayweather fight at that time, and it happened. And obviously, I was probably at my peak of my career there as well. So, whoever I was gonna fight, I was gonna give him a hard fight regardless. Because we were winning that fight against Canelo until he knocked me out. But yeah, I was boxing well. But you know, one thing, size. Now I understand why they make weight divisions in boxing. Every weight division. But then again, look, bro, you would probably take it. I was offered like 10 million quid, bro. 10 million quid, bro. Look, end of the day, this is like, it's a lot of money, you know. I thought about it. What made me, when I got the deal on the table for 10 mil, I was like, should I take it or not? But then I worked it out. Normally, I have to have 3 or 4 hard training camps and fights to make that kind of money. That's still one fight. So you gotta do it in that one fight, you know what I mean?
Does Canelo beat Crawford?
Size, bro, remember, but Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight, I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better. You know what I mean? Technical more. Especially against the last fight against Mangui. He boxed really well as well. And he's looking really good. He's still, a lot of people might say, oh, he's getting old and this and another. But no, Canelo's still a beast.
I mean, Eddie Hearn says don't levels about Adam. What do you think?
I think today, Adam proved he is probably on the same level. But in my opinion, both guys want to fight each other.
Canelo's most Recent fight against William Skull raised concerns among fans due to his lack of engagement. The low amount of punches thrown says Canelo may not have the same energy or intensity as before. Moving up to meet Canelo is clearly risky for Crawford. The super middleweight class is stacked with large, strong fighters, and it's unclear whether Crawford's power will hold up. Nevertheless, his technical skill, combat IQ, and adaptability may be enough to overcome the size disparity. This task isn't just about strength, it's also about intelligence, and Crawford is ready to prove he belongs among the biggest names in any division.
It'd be 3 times, if you go 154 and win the belt, that's 3 times super. Then I said, chase super greatness. Come on, Canelo, 160.
Well, if he can get in there with Charlo in like his next 2 fights, where he still got age on his side, then maybe go up again. Like if he's trying to chase the greatness, but I mean he already done something that's never been done. Charlo don't want none of that smoke.
That's all for today's show. Stay tuned for the next.